Welcome to Open Hand Farm, and today Penny wants me to tell you about our version of chicken tunnels. Our chickens, because of where we live, can't free range, but we thought, wouldn't it be cool to have some little tunnels that we could put a couple of these gals in, 2 or 3 maybe every day, swap them out, let them nibble on some grass. We can move it around to different places. It'll fertilize the ground. They can eat some bugs. It's a win-win. Now, what we did first was we took some what we did first, this was my first brilliant idea. We had some 4-foot welded wire left over from a project before, and we took it and we folded it to make this triangle. I'm thinking we build several of these, hook them together, have a door at the end. You can see we made a little door, and it would come up here, and you could just use the wire to keep it shut. We would have done something a little more permanent had we actually wanted to use it. And we put a chicken or 2 in here one day, and we realized they were really cramped, bumping their combs on the top. It just wasn't good, but I kept this so that I could share it with you. Then we went to Model 2, and what we did there was we took more 4-foot wire, we folded it in an L, 2 pieces, and they just fit together to make a nice little 2-foot tunnel. All right, what you have here is 2 sections of it. They're all connected, and what I used to connect it part of the way was these lovely little cage connectors, and a few of them are zip ties. I am sure my lovely wife will want me to swap out those for the metal connectors, but I haven't done that yet.
Amen.
All right, so we have a 2-foot by 2-foot tunnel open on both ends. We realized that wasn't ideal because it needed to be closed. We cut a 2-foot by 2-foot square of wire down there, and we fastened it in to make a hard wall at that end. Then on this end, realizing the chickens needed to be able to come in and out, we cut another 2 by 2 panel and hinged it with the metal cage connectors. And then we just bungeed it closed. Only after we put a couple of birds in there, and they loved it. They told us they loved it. But then we thought there was a problem, because even though they were in the wire, they weren't going to be able to get out. We knew that. But if something came after them and we were inside, they could get pretty traumatized. They could maybe get hurt in the time until we would react. And so we thought, let's build a box that's going to go right here. It's kind of an escape room, a refuge box, a panic room. And so that's what we're going to look at next. All right, we're going to make 4 walls for this box. Now they're all going to look kind of the same. They'll have 1 by 2s on either side. This is just Luan plywood, something light. But you'll notice 2 of them, the 1 by 2 is offset by 3/4 of an inch. Okay. The others, again, they look pretty much the same. Luan, these are 2 by 2 panels. They have the 1 by 2s on the sides, but these are offset only by 1/4 inch, which is the thickness of the Luan. So the reason we had those different sizes is when we bring them together, 2 of them will be like this, and we will bring these together, and you see the offsets, the 1/4 inch and the 3/4 inch, they just come together nicely, and it'll make a fairly secure box when they're all 4 put together. Now, you might say, well, is that all? No, it's not. In fact, I won't put them together until we go to the panels and we put these in between 1 by 2s, and they'll just be there to stiffen it up and continue the rectangle.
Oh, that's good. It's a little bit. Good. Do it one at a time.
Now it's my job to work on the chicken box. I'm painting it. Let me show you what I'm painting it and why. So I'm painting the trim white, and our chicken coop outside is white and red. So it's the red box with the white trim. And since this is such a small space, I decided not to go with such a dark color. Also, I didn't want to look out and just see this bright red box in the middle of the yard. So I'm going to paint it a lighter tan color. So here is the paint job when it's done. I wanted to be able to see my chickens in the tunnel, and that would be my main thing to look at. So I went with the lighter colors, and I decided that I want to put something on this side and the opposite side just to dress it up a little bit. So we have decided to call this a roving salad bar. So I found this really cute image on Etsy that I downloaded for my silhouette that I cut out, and this is what it is. I know that the light is probably shining on that funny for you, but I wanted you to see this chicken that has all of these weed flowers cut out inside its body, and it's just perfect for this. So I cut 2 of these, and I will put one on each side of the box so that no matter which way the box is facing, we'll be able to see this. And like I said, this is a permanent white vinyl. I'm going to go slowly to make sure I don't pull something off that shouldn't be pulled off. Okay. Now I'll just kind of go back and rub it again. Okay, you guys, I made a decision to do something different here. When I look at this, it's just too white and clean to put out in the garden because we're going to be touching it and moving it, and it's going to get like brown fingerprints on it and stuff like that. So let me show you what I decided to do. I decided to do an antiquing wax over the whole side. So the white is more brown, the tan is more brown, and I think the chicken actually stands out better. I went ahead and wiped most of the antiquing off of the bird, so it really shows up better. Okay, so here's the box, and here's the lid to the box. They're all ready to go.
To connect our box, we needed to remove these lovely little connectors, and we will remove this door. All right, we have got the white box here. We put some additional wire down below, and then we put some screw eyes around the perimeter. So now we're going to take our tunnel, join it up here, then using very specialized hardware that is zip ties, we're going to zip tie the tunnel to the box. Ready for a trial run. So Lady Jane is going to check out the tunnel. What do you think, Al? Well, she's not eating yet, but she'll figure it out. All right, we are ready to put the lid on. Yeah. And there we are. Reasonably secure. And I say reasonably secure because we don't intend to leave them in here overnight or go off and leave the house when they're in here. It's just while we're doing yard work or if we go inside for a little while or something like that. Because we do not want Lady Jane or whoever's going to be in here to dehydrate, especially with the hot months of summer coming on. We bought this little 1 quart watering fountain, and it comes with 2 different ways to get the water here. One of them they have to peck at. This one apparently it will just fill it up and then stop at the appropriate time. All right, it goes on there, and we put a clip there. Come on. And I'm gonna put a clip there. And maybe a little more tightness. Okay, we'll see how that works. The cup rests on one of the wire strands down there. And we'll put some water in it. And it's full. And you can see down here on the cup, there's a nice little pool of water there. All right, we are done. You can see Lady Jane is thrilled. We've got the tunnel, we've got the panic room, we've got the water fountain. And so we're just gonna see how they like it here in the next few days. We'll probably put 2, maybe 3 of them in it at a time. and go from there. All right, well, there were a couple of things after using our tunnel, our roving salad bar for a couple of days. We decided that we would like to make a couple of changes and share those with you. First of those is we feel like these lovely birds maybe need a little bit of shade now and again without going in the hot box. So, Penny made this out of duck cloth, put some grommets on it on both sides. You got 4 on each side. It is 3 feet by 2.5 feet. She's shrugging. Yeah, give or take. And we're just going to put it on with some zip ties. We're doing this on the top and the side, figuring that the sun is going to be in the morning. Oops, in the morning. And then in the afternoon, and over here they get pretty good shade, so I think it'll be plenty of shade for them. Now let's see if we can get this thing to actually stay. There it is. You know, there's just a lot you can do with zip ties. Okay.
Okay.
All right, the other thing that you may have wondered is how in the world are we going to get these chickens who are happy as can be up there and get them in here so we can pull them out. And honestly, the first day they were in there, that was a little tricky. But I came up with a plan, and it involved the door that had been on our open tunnel. Okay, we took it off when we added the box. So you'll see I bent the wire a little bit, and the wire will go down in there pretty neatly. So what I do, I had a piece of PVC that was just kind of laying around, and I can use it. Oh, and there she goes. In fact, both of okay, get it in there. Now, she could probably get out here before too long. Oh. We're also tagging the girls with ankle bracelets. I bought these at Tractor Supply, but you can get them elsewhere. This is just so I can keep track of who's been in and who's not been in. All right, you put it on there.
With their eggs.
We want everybody to get the benefit of the grass for their eggs. Takes a pair of pliers to fasten, and we are good. There you go, sis. So she is now number 3. There, it goes up and down. That's number 4. It's an upside down number 4. It doesn't matter because she can't read numbers. If you've done something else with chicken tunnels, put those in the comments, all right? Oh, and you know, if you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, and make sure that you share this with your chicken-loving friends. Hopefully, you hope, Penny will be doing this next time, so I'll take her line and say, until next time, blessings on you and yours.